Hey everybody, and welcome to the Forgecast. Today we're going to be talking about an app called Band. It's really useful, very powerful, and very intuitive, especially if you're doing ministry work. Let's jump right into it. Okay, here's the Band app. Each band is a work group and it has a certain workflow to it. It's very useful. Let's start with the worship group that I've set up so I can show you some of those features here. First thing you're going to see, customizable picture here at the top. I did customize that as well as the name. You can invite people to join your group by sharing a URL through your contacts, anybody that's on band, invite code, or a QR code. So it's really easy to share this in a lot of different ways. The next thing you're going to notice is there's a calendar. Okay, there is an intuitive calendar. There's a built-in calendar here. You can save it to your Apple Calendar. You can also have an RSVP feature for your band members to tell you, hey, I'm coming or I'm declining, or it's a kind of a maybe. For our worship team, it's never really a choice unless they're away on vacation or something like that. But it's still a useful feature to have. And you can actually put those calendar posts not just as their own separate, but you can include them in separate posts as well. So you'll see that in a minute. So let's take the first look here at this band tutorials post. Now it's almost a Facebook-like or a social media-like approach to this because we have this one group and then there are different posts that are typically topical here. So this one is called Band Tutorials. I've posted a YouTube video, and one of the things that I love about this is that the YouTube video plays natively in the app, which I think is awesome. I don't have to go to the YouTube app. It doesn't take me outside of what I'm doing in Band. It stays organized. It's a nice workflow for it to play natively. And if you go in here, I could actually keep using this same post, come back later, maybe I'll post another YouTube video. Instead of just Anthony Brown for Worth, I can add something like Hillsong or whatever I need. If I'm needing to show my drummer how to play or my bass player or guitarist, I can add the tutorials to this because it's called a Band Tutorials post. I named it that, I customized it for that, and I can keep using this post. If I wanted to keep using this post, an interesting thing I could do is add it as a notice. Okay? Add as a notice or an important notice. These are things sort of like stickies in a forum where you kind of keep it at the top of their attention for the group so that they can continually see it. It's a regular part of what they view on your band. Again, sort of social media-like. There's an aspect of commenting. I left these stickers here. You can see there's several of those. It's kind of not fitting for what we're talking about here, but I'm trying to show you the features. So there's a lot of discussion that can happen with each of these posts and each of these topics, and it keeps the discussion organized. It's really useful in that sense. Another cool thing that happens is, see how I was talking about the calendar posts? Right at the top here, you see Sunday Worship. That is a calendar event that I have imported into this specific post. Now, it's about that event, but there's more than just that calendar post there. It's more than a basic. I've actually put a video of me talking to the team to explain. The audio is muted. You won't hear it probably because I'm doing a screen record, but in the app, you would get all of this feed. My team can actually hear from me, things I want them to take note of while they're practicing. I can give them a personalized message. And then if you look here, I've also included the song list files from my Dropbox, which is awesome because I use Dropbox all the time. It's incredibly useful. There's a lot of storage there. It's powerful for mobile as well. Maybe we'll do a Dropbox review at some point. But this integrates with Dropbox very well. It's so nice. It's so smooth. You can check these files out in the app. So you can open it in the Dropbox app if you want. But I'm going to choose this little down arrow here. And instead of save to Dropbox, I'm going to do direct download. It's going to come up. I can read it right here. I can zoom it. I can do all of this stuff right here in the app. It's fantastic. Okay, and again, response and importing to the calendar and discussion is really, really nice. Now, I can actually put a photo or a voice message into this conversation. So again, another really powerful way to communicate, and it's all organized under the song list for this Sunday. So it's topical, everything you need, you're putting it all right in that post. It's really, really useful. Now I'm going to show you a couple of other features that might not come up in your worship team. You could use them, but let's talk about the youth ministry that my wife and I are running as well. And when you look at this, again, it's all customized here that I've uploaded those photos. But here's this event here. I've actually put another document here, and you can see that I have text at the top, text at the bottom, so you can kind of, there's a nice workflow to that, kind of customize that as well. But this is what I really want to show you. There's another set of features here that I want you to see. On this post, I'm looking for feedback from our small groups that we incorporated this past semester. And what first thing I added here was a to-do list. Okay, now this is really useful if you have team members who you're entrusting and delegating to excuse me, for certain responsibilities. I love this because all the team members can see in real time what things have been done. So if there's a collaborative effort and say somebody needs to go pick up the fried chicken from the store for the event so we have something to eat, or somebody needs to go gas up the church van so that we're ready to go on time, or whatever. There's this list that we can share in real time, and your team members can say, hey, you know what? I did that part. Okay, this part's still left. Hey, I'm driving by the gas station with the van on my way back from another event. Let me go ahead and do that. And you can see that, oh, we don't have to do that anymore. In this case, I'm looking for things that I want them to think about before they go on to the next part, my question, which is a poll. So the first thing I said, think about, did students attend consistently? Did they engage in spiritual discussion? Kind of disappeared there. And then, did they come to Embers, the students who didn't typically come to our large flares, large group events? So those are just names we use. So once you've thought about all those, check those off. Now I want you to go to the poll. Okay, now I did vote before. I'm going to show you what it looks like when you don't. How successful were the Embers small groups? Okay, I'm going to say somewhat. It shows what I voted. You can view what everybody else voted. Okay, and instructions at the top. I could have left them down here as well, but the instructions said, please leave a comment for your reasoning for the answer that you gave. So I went down here, and you can actually see I said here, whoops, I felt that we reached young people who don't normally come, but we could do more to retain students on a regular basis. So there you have my response there. Again, really organized, really nice. So I've left all kinds of comments in testing this app, you can see. Such a great way to communicate. You can leave your little, hey, I like this post, or I'm really sad, or whatever. Leave your comment. You can invite people again. You can look at the bottom here. In your settings, there are ways to customize the text, what stickers you're using, how you use photo and videos, put a passcode. So there's a couple of added features in here as well. But there's also notifications. It lets you know anything that's going on. There are public bands that you can look at. So if there's another worship team doing something cool and their band is public, you should definitely check that out. You can search for hashtags for bands. Even within your bands, you can do a search for things that you've hashtagged and to categorize all your information, things you want to find later. So really useful. There is also a group chat feature. So if you want to say something to your team that's not related to a specific event, this might be where you would do it. There you go. So again, wow, I keep saying again, but it really is over and over proving itself to be such a powerful app. So useful. It's called Band. You should definitely check it out if you haven't heard of it already. Hopefully this tutorial helped you, because we really want ministers to feel equipped and like their lives have been made easier by their technology and not harder, because you're busy enough already. So use Band. I hope it helps you. We hope it blesses you, and we hope this review helped you. Thanks for watching the Forgecast, everybody.